What's up guys, Houndish here with some Destiny 2 new stuff to round up. We've got quite a lot of stuff actually. So PlayStation 4 preloads are beginning today on the 31st of August. We've got a new exclusive charity emblem which you guys should totally check out, I'll speak about in a moment. A few words about treasure map consumables coming in Destiny 2, the Trials of the 9 game modes, a quick look at an exotic or two, as well as some hologram emotes, so let's get into it. Firstly, as I said, PlayStation 4 preloads for Destiny 2 will begin today on the 31st of August, so in the US quite a few folks are now actually downloading Destiny 2, it's kind of available and everything like that. I'm hearing that in the UK and in Australia in particular, this is not currently available at the time of posting this video, but it will be available today, sort of in the next few hours. So if you want to check it, go to the PlayStation Store and then scroll down to your library and take a look at the games that you've purchased, and you may be able to manually start your download right there. Of course, you can also tick automatic downloads, but if it's not available for you when you go and look, don't panic, we've got a good few days, so it'll become available very soon. Up next, I wanted to talk about treasure maps a little bit coming in Destiny 2. So we heard about these a while ago, and we heard that Cade would actually sell these treasure maps for different locations that could help unlock you some pretty awesome loot. And in a recent PS Nation video, they actually spoke about how some of this works from their preview time with Destiny 2. So they said that treasure maps are consumables you can pick up at the farm. Obviously we've learned that they do come from Cade 6, and each of them is destination specific, and it actually lasts for 4 hours upon completion. So these are kind of consumable items that you pick up, you activate, and then you can go to that specific location. But what they do is extend your radar and kind of expand to show nearby chests, and you'll get a beacon on the radar if there's a nearby chest or a nearby kind of collectible item, kind of like what we saw with the ghosts in Destiny 1 and some of the perks for those. So a user called DevrimK actually posted this to Reddit, and a lot of them are talking about how this kind of sounds a little bit disappointing. The idea that they simply show you, chests and materials in the world is of course not the most thrilling thing, but they did add that there is a lot of stuff that is still under embargo that they can't talk about just yet, and personally I think there will be more to these maps than what we're hearing in this particular video. We've heard about Flashpoint events as well though, which kind of feature a specific destination on a given week where there will be additional unlocks, secret bosses, and things inside of the public events. And of course the kind of lootable stuff in the world could be quite a bit more valuable during those flashpoints, so there's something else to consider when we hear about these treasure maps. But like I said, I think there is more to them that we haven't heard about yet. Up next, I wanted to point out a couple of quick things from Fireteam Chat Gamescom interview with Bungie. They actually show a bit of gameplay here of the dubious volley in-game. It doesn't give us any idea of the perks or anything kind of different to what we know already, outside of the fact that it is arc damage we can see down there in the HUD, and it also has this kind of iron sights type thing which is almost pinned on with a kind of bolt on the side of the weapon right there. Very much looks kind of improvised and stuff, but it's pretty cool and I thought that was worth pointing out. On top of this, we also see the grenade launcher, the kind of Tex Mechanica grenade launcher on the Titan's back, and you can actually see just about the Tex Mechanica logo on the side of the weapon, so that absolutely confirms this is a Tex Mechanica weapon. And of course we've seen a little bit of gameplay of this thing already, and we also see the Titan with those kind of purple horned exotic gauntlets that we saw in one of the very early trailers for Destiny 2. Really cool looking exotic. I absolutely love these things, and I predict that this would be something to do with the Striker Titan. You have the shoulder charge, perhaps these will give you some kind of shoulder charge ability. Of course they do have the horns on the shoulders, so it kind of suggests they could be linked to that. This is only a really brief look at these particular exotics, but definitely pretty awesome. Last night on the PC beta, of course, the farm social space opened up, and some really awesome music here as well. Just have a quick listen to this. The music is way more kind of Elder Scrolls-y or kind of World of Warcraft-y. Up next, I wanted to point out something which a few people have spoken about. So in some recent gameplay, a Titan actually uses a new emote, and the tooltip says that he flips out, and you can see that it generates this holographic kind of table with a bunch of what look like drinks and stuff on, and the Titan actually puts his hands out and then kind of throws the table up in the air. Very attitudinal emote, but obviously this means we will be getting kind of hologram emotes that can kind kind of generate additional graphics inside of Destiny 2, which is really, really interesting. We've also seen some respawn animations, and these can actually be applied to your ships as kind of modifications for when you load into places and you're revived and things like that. So it looks like there will be, you know, even more kind of customizations and nifty little animations inside of Destiny 2. Up next, I want to briefly mention Trials of the Nine, and a lot of people have kind of spoken about some of the leaked voice lines for this, and to give us a little bit of an idea about the new announcer for Trials of the Nine, but the voice clips actually refer to what appears to be two different modes. So there are lines including Defend or Fall, as well as Defuse and It's Armed. So of course, defusing and arming links directly to Countdown, so it looks like the Countdown mode will actually feature in Trials of the Nine, but there are also lines that refer to your character being out of lives and there being no reserve lives left on your team's side. Of course, we've also learned about another competitive mode called Survival, where you do actually have a set amount of lives per person, or on your team, sorry. So this sounds like we could be seeing both of these modes inside of Trials of the Nine. Perhaps they'll rotate, perhaps there'll be a different mode for each of the games on your card, if the card that we had similar to Trials of Osiris is still a thing. But for now, it almost certainly looks like there will be two separate modes involved in Trials of the Nine, and we'll have to see how that works out. Up next, I wanted to mention something important that can actually land you a really cool emblem in Destiny 2. So you've probably heard about, or even know somebody, or even experienced the hurricane in Texas right now in the US. And it's going to impact a lot of people's lives. Now, the Bungie Foundation are actually partnering with Direct Relief, who they did the Aid of Nepal campaign with. And basically, they want to raise money to extend the reach of relief efforts and kind of bolstering the frontline responders for this emergency. So there's a new Bungie Foundation collectible pin that you can buy on the store, and this will also land you the in-game emblem, which is very much like the Heart of the Foundation emblem from Destiny 1. This is basically the equivalent. So I wanted to point that out, guys. It's pretty important, and our community has always been really, really good at pulling together and kind of doing, you know, much bigger, greater things to help out other people. And of course, we can mark this in-game as well. So that is going to sum up this video, guys. I want to thank you, as always, for watching. Also, a massive thanks for the recent support on the channel. It's been absolutely insane. All of the new subscribers, the likes, the comments, the interactions on the videos. It's just madness, guys. So thank you so much. I'm really glad you're enjoying the content. And here's to Destiny 2. Only a few days left. So as always, guys, drop a like on the video if you did enjoy it. If you are new to the channel, feel free to hit subscribe. If you want to see a lot more Destiny 2 content, let me know any of your thoughts about this stuff in the comment section. But for now, I hope you guys have an awesome day.